Hey everybody, how are you? Hope you are well. So today we're going to talk about the housing market. First of all, I'd like to give kudos out to all the single women out here who are holding it down. You are the highest educated and the number one entrepreneur, Black women. So I'm going to talk about how to afford a home as a single person. So the interest rate as of today is 6.95%. 6.95%. That is the current interest rate. So you know that 6.95 is nowhere near 3 where it was a few years ago. Right? So we're going to talk about how to afford a home in these kind of times. Now, you can purchase a home whenever you get ready, but it is a good idea to, take the steps, even if you don't push the final button. Take the steps. At least know what area you plan on buying in. You can call and get a pre-approval, things like that. Straighten out the credit, things like that. So, all right. So, first things first, you're going to ask the lender, how much money would I have to pay to buy down my rate? So, you can buy down the interest rate to just pick a number, 5% to 5. Like it's at 6.95% right now. So you could talk to the lender. When you're talking to the lender, ask them, how much would I have to pay to buy down my rate to 5%, or whichever number you decide to pick? All right. So you take that number that the lender gives you, and then the seller, you take that same number to the seller, and you tell the seller, I would like for you to pay for my buy down rate. So also ask the seller to pay for your closing costs, right? So the seller could give you 5,000, 10,000. It really varies. But the seller can pay for the closing costs and the seller can give you the money to buy down the rate. But you never know unless you pose the question. And if you don't pose the question, then 9 times out of 10, then the seller is not going to suggest this, right? So pose the question. So those two items there, money to buy down your rate and money for closing costs. All right. So that is the first thing. And then another thing you could do is, okay, there's a difference with the interest rate. It's at 6.95% as of today, as opposed to 3% years ago. Even people who have bought their homes like 7 years ago, they have a 2% interest rate. So people who bought their homes a long, long time ago, they have way lower interest rates than where the interest rate is right now. So another strategy is when you go to buy a home, you could ask if you could assume the mortgage. And assuming the mortgage, what that means is you're taking over their mortgage. So when you take over their mortgage, you're getting that 3% that they paid years ago. You're getting that 3% rate when you assume a mortgage. So pose a question, can you assume the mortgage? And again, when you assume the mortgage, you are getting that low interest rate that they got because they bought the house years ago, as opposed to this rate of 6.95% as of today. So that is a second thing you could do. Then a third thing, when you're looking for homes in the market, it's a good idea to look for homes who have been listed for a while. So not getting homes that were listed recently, but getting homes that were listed like they've been on the market like at least 30 days or longer. The reason why they've been on the market for so long is because of the price. Maybe the price they're trying to get is too high. And so the longer it stays on the market, the more they think about lowering the price. So the other reason could be the condition of the home. Maybe it needs a lot of repairs, and that's why it's on the market so long. Um, Other reason may be that people just don't want to live in that particular area. But the longer that the house stays on the market, the more the seller starts to lower their price because they start to think that they can't get for it what they're trying to get for it. So instead of going from that home that's been on the market 1 or 2 days, you can go for that home that's been on the market 30 days or longer. So that's another strategy. However, if something does come on the market and has been on the market recently, 1 or 2 days, and it's a good deal, that happens also. So this is not a it's this rule is not something that you would do all the time. So you would use your own judgment. Though sometimes homes do come on the market. They've been on the market 1 or 2 days and it's a good deal. It's a fair price and the home doesn't need a lot of repairs. So just use your own judgment when it comes to that. So those are some strategies to make the home more affordable when you get ready to jump back in to the housing market. All right. So if you like the channel, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you won't miss the episode. Also, please leave a comment and let me know your thoughts. And one more thing before you leave, please hit the like button. All right. So kudos to all the single women out there. Kudos to the mothers, the grandmothers who have held it down, who have made something out of nothing. You did a great job, mothers, grandmothers. So kudos to you. So these are just some things to think about when it comes to buying a home when you're ready to jump back in to the market. Also, just think about the interest rates are 6.95% now, but just think about when the rates do go back down to normal, it's going to be a lot of competition out there. So right now, there is not a lot of competition because people are waiting and not buying. So sometimes you can use the strategies that I just mentioned to get that interest rate down to a normal rate without waiting for everybody else to jump in when things go back to normal. So, just some things to think about. Again, before you leave, please hit the like button. Thank you for watching.